My name is Billy Sheehan. I'm here on the We Rock City website, and they asked me to take a look at my closet and see if there's anything interesting in there. So I found a couple things, and they asked me to just show you, and I might be interested in. So here they are. My first time to Japan ever in my whole life was to do Yamaha clinics. And here's the poster from that. My Yamaha electric bass clinic. I think this was in 1988. And I remember I took the Mr. Big demo with me and played the demo over the sound system before I came out to kind of introduce the band, because we had just finished our demo and we were just starting to put Mr. Big together, and I announced it at these clinics, and they were all sold out at the NHK Hall, and it was very cool. So the reason why I brought that up is that I have the original jacket, and there's my phone. This was made by Clifford Olson Leather, which used to be on Sunset Boulevard. He was kind of a fancy schmancy, expensive. I don't know what I paid for this, but it was a lot. And then he tried to make a jacket that looked like it was destroyed, so he put a big hole in it and filled it with all this stuff. And I wore this jacket, I remember, on stage on the very first clinics I did. So Yamaha made a video of my first clinics, and so I'm wearing this in that video. It brings back a lot of memories of my first time to Japan. It was an amazing trip for me, and my first time ever to be in such an amazing exotic place. Then, let's shoot ahead to Mr. Big later. I have this here, which I wore, I think, on stage at Budokan when Mr. Big played. This is actually a Queen's Guard jacket from London, England. Actually, the guy's name was Wilmer, apparently, who owned this jacket, but I found it in a used clothing store in London. But it's the real thing. It's actually a real Queen's Guard with the real buttons on it, and I wore it out on stage for the beginning of the show. Of course, I couldn't wear it too long; I'd get too hot and sweaty. And so that's my my Queen's Guard show from Mr. Big Live at Budokan. That was pretty cool. And then a few years ago, I actually did a tour with a Japanese band called the Bees, and they did a giant tour, and I was playing in the band there. It was a lot of fun. And I remember I would go out on stage every night, and I always wear this snakeskin jacket to start the show, made by Terry King. And Terry makes she's a great clothes designer. She does a lot of goth stuff, but she did all my shiny red pants that I wore on the Steve Vai tours and everything. Terry King's an amazing designer and wardrobe specialist. But it's not real snakeskin though, it's cloth, because I wouldn't want to hurt all those nice snakes, as I like snakes. So it's a fake snakeskin, but it looks kind of real. And that's I wore that on the Bees tour in 2001, I think it was. And their live gym tour, I think that was the name of it. That was a lot of fun. Then let's see what else we got. Oh yeah, so when Bass Player magazine first came out in the USA, the very first issue, the premiere issue, I save all this stuff, it's crazy. For my mom, or if I ever have kids, who knows. Bass Player premiere issue. And this is the very first version of my blue Yamaha Attitude bass, which I just gotten and just began to work with Yamaha on this brand new bass, which I play all the time now. And so I was on the front cover of the premiere issue, and in that I wore this jacket here, which is pretty cool. Someone gave it to me. Actually, a young lady gave it to me who turned out to be out of her mind. She was crazy. We actually had to call the police and the detective agency, and she was a lot of trouble. But she gave me a nice jacket. But we didn't find out until later that she was crazy. But so I kept this all the time because it was on the cover of Bass Player magazine. They've been very kind to me. I've been on the cover now 3 or 4 times. It's America's #1 bass magazine, of course. And anyway, that was the cover of Bass Player magazine. Then, let's see. This will be my last piece from the closet of shame. Anyway, Ray, I can't remember his last name. Ray was a clothes designer in LA. I'll find out. He made a lot of stuff for Judas Priest, and this is around 1987 or 8. And he had this metal stuff that he got for some of Rob Halford's clothing, and he had some of it, used it on my jacket here and on the side and on the jeans, the pants. It's all vinyl, it's all designed for being on stage. And I never wore it live, but I did wear it in a DiMarzio Pickups advertisement, where I'm holding my bass up in the air. I'll find a photo of it. I have it in the archives. I have everything in the archives eventually. But this is my original outfit, and I don't know if I'd still fit in it. The jacket maybe, but the pants probably not, because I was way skinnier then. I was a little stick, like a toothpick. So now I'm like a larger toothpick. So, but this was that original set of clothes, and I don't know, I got some other things in my closet here and there. I don't want to show everything all the first time, but we'll come back and do another trip again, and I'll show you some more things from the archives, some amazing things I have from that are very important to me, because they're the memories I have from such great times, especially in Japan, because I toured Japan so much. It was so cool, and I've got clothes and pictures and things from fans from Japan. A lot of the artwork in my room here, some of the Japanese fans gave to me, and I kept it. So I hope sometimes when we show more of the archives, maybe some of the fans that made that will recognize their stuff, and they'll be glad to know that I kept it all this time, because it's very important to me. So that's my story for now. Domo arigato. I'll see you in Japan very soon. That's Billy Sheehan over and out for We Rock City.